take that sense of belongingness and put it in so many different aspects. It doesn't even have to be about work culture. It can be about mental health, depression in men. Like when we were young, when men were younger, our sense of purpose was go to war, right? And we would feel strong about that. We'd go sacrifice our lives back. Now that it's not here. We have the comfort to do anything we want. So that sense of belongingness is now in something else. Okay, I want to feel part of something. I'll change my gender tomorrow. And that's what is happening now. And then you get people who reject it, and then they're the bad ones, you know. And people are just like, we are the most connected society and the most alone at the same time. Like the most active person on Twitter is probably in their basement. They don't have any friends. They go downstairs, they don't talk to their parents. And that's what social media has done as well. They've caused conflict between family members as well. Like we said before, I don't think parents are raising their kids anymore, you know. So a boy might see, oh, I can paint my nails. He paints his nails. Dad doesn't agree with him. Conflict started. I think, and that's done purposely done. I do think we need religion. It's funny. Ever since leaving the left, I'm finding my faith more and more with God because I don't feel like the left, their views would align with religion and what God would intend people to do. And the eradication of religion is a big thing. If you look at all of like Qatar, they're heavily religious. You look at Eastern European countries, I think they're Eastern European, like Romania, all those, they're heavily religious. And then you look at England and America, which are now, there's nothing there. Look how we act. I'm not saying everybody should be religious, but I
I
definitely
think
think,
I think religion definitely gives well, it gives people a sense of community, and when people have a sense of community, it gives the people power. And it gives them because they're as a whole and they're all believing one thing, and that's what everybody wants to sort of strive for. Whereas at the minute, everybody's like, you got one group who are believing in this stuff, you got a big group of say the left, all believing sort of their own version of freedom, which is trans and all that palaver. But then you've got inside that group, you've got those guys fighting with each other as well. I was listening to Chris Williamson, and he was saying within the LGBTQ group, I fucking hate saying that; it's so long. That they are starting to class white gay men as a sort of a majority and that oppressive figure to the rest of the group,
mm,
which I think is fucking it's just insane.
well, yeah, it's no longer church on Sunday. It's change your pronouns on Wednesday. That's what it's come to.
Mm.
And I think it say like if religion was just inserted a bit more, like I saw an article the other day that I think in England, and I don't know if it was Wales or something, but Christianity, the belief in Christianity is the lowest it has ever been. Then you look at a state of our country and it's like maybe there is a connection there. And I think if religion was as big as it was hundreds of years ago, where everybody came together, regardless of race, blah, 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 blah. Because I feel like if you have that connection with religion, it doesn't matter what pronouns you are, who you sleep with, nobody cares at that point. You know, you're all together for the same thing. And now they've rejected that, and now they just believe in these false ideologies that aren't going to get them anywhere, and in fact are going to make their life worse.
Well, even from what Aaron just said there about the gay white male being now oppressed, because they've fought this sort of battle for so long against the norm of two genders, male, female, they're just fighting against that's saying that this is a false narrative, that the way we've lived, however long we've been around, is false. They've pushed it so hard, they're now going to eat themselves alive because they're going to kill themselves from within because they're now arguing with each other on which, out of all the genders that they've got, which ones are right and which ones are wrong. Gay, that's quite an old school one now. So there's better ones, there's modern ones, there's new things, exciting new pronouns now. And you lot, that's old stuff. That's like male and female. That's too old.
I will say, okay, like, yeah, gay people were oppressed and do still sometimes get some backlash, whatever. But I fail to agree with anybody, whether it's who you sleep with, what race you are, that you are more oppressed now than you were 50 years ago. There are so many things in people's favor now. It's impossible to feel oppressed. Like people get hired based on their gender identity, their race. You know, it's not how it used to be where, okay, all white people, blah, blah, blah. Everybody gets an equal chance now. So I feel and I will not believe people are more oppressed now. There is so much freedom, so much opportunity for everybody. And in fact, if you're not white, it's more in your favor now.